What happens to your muscle gains when you masturbate regularly? The shocking truth revealed. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that like button. Share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever wondered if masturbation really kills your gains? Stick around to find out. Introduction. Is masturbation really sabotaging your muscle growth? What if I told you that one of the most common questions I get from guys trying to build muscle is, does masturbating kill my testosterone and ruin my gains? It sounds like a silly question, right? But millions of people search for this topic every month. The fear runs deep, that ejaculation lowers testosterone, which in turn hinders muscle growth. Even athletes have debated this for decades. Mike Tyson famously claimed he went years without sex to maintain peak performance. Some professional athletes swear by abstinence before games or competitions. So, is there any truth to this? Today we're going to dismantle myths, dive into hard science, and share practical advice that you won't find in the usual fitness forums. We'll look at timelines, studies, and real-world examples to settle this once and for all. Before we start, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment if you've ever worried about this or noticed any effects yourself. Part 1. The testosterone myth. What science really says. The core fear, masturbation causes a drop in testosterone, the hormone primarily responsible for muscle growth, strength, and male vitality. Is this fear justified? What does testosterone actually do? Testosterone promotes protein synthesis, increases muscle mass, and affects libido and mood. It's essential for muscle hypertrophy, but its levels fluctuate naturally throughout the day and week. The scientific evidence on masturbation and testosterone. There have been several studies investigating the effect of ejaculation on testosterone levels. 2003 study on 28 men. Half abstained from ejaculation for 8 days while the others didn't. The abstinent group showed a surprising 45% spike in testosterone on day 7. However, this study had flaws. It was small, poorly controlled, and didn't track masturbation frequency precisely. 3-week abstinence study. In 10 men, testosterone slightly increased after abstaining for 3 weeks, but then returned to baseline, showing that any effect is temporary. Animal studies. Research on rhesus monkeys and rats showed mixed results. Some found lower testosterone with frequent ejaculation, others found no effect. The physiological differences between humans and animals mean these studies aren't conclusive. Other studies. Some even found higher testosterone in men who ejaculated regularly, likely because men with higher testosterone naturally have higher libido. What does this mean? In essence, masturbation causes only small, temporary fluctuations in testosterone, typically less than 10 to 40% swings, which are normal in healthy men. These fluctuations do not persist long enough to impact muscle growth significantly. Personal insight. When I was younger, I worried about this too. I even experimented with periods of abstinence before workouts. But over time, I realized that the tiny hormone fluctuations didn't translate into better lifts or bigger gains. What mattered more was consistency in training, nutrition, and rest. If you're finding this info useful, hit like and share. Also, subscribe and comment below. Have you ever tried abstaining for performance reasons? What happened? Part 2. Masturbation versus muscle growth. Is there a real impact? Comparing two lifestyles. Imagine 2 men with the same workout routine and diet. Man A masturbates 3 times a day. Man B follows a strict no-fap lifestyle. Would their muscle gains differ? The physiology behind muscle growth. Muscle growth depends on mechanical tension, weightlifting, adequate protein intake, hormonal environment, testosterone, growth hormone, IGF-1, recovery, sleep, stress management. None of these factors are dramatically altered by ejaculation frequency in a way that would prevent muscle hypertrophy. Scientific consensus. Most endocrinologists and exercise physiologists agree that masturbation or ejaculation does not impair muscle growth. Short-term drops or spikes in testosterone are irrelevant when considering long-term adaptation. The bigger picture, mental and behavioral factors. However, psychological and behavioral factors related to masturbation could indirectly affect your gains. Over-masturbating or excessive porn use can lead to lethargy, decreased motivation, or lowered focus. Ejaculation releases neurotransmitters like serotonin, oxytocin, and prolactin, which can cause temporary relaxation or fatigue. Doing it right before the gym might reduce energy levels for the workout. Practical tip: timing matters more than total frequency. Masturbate away from training sessions to avoid any short-term dips in energy or motivation. Did you find this surprising? Smash that like button, share with a friend, subscribe for more science-backed fitness advice, and comment. How do you time your masturbation relative to workouts? Part 3. The dark side: porn, mental health, and fitness. While masturbation itself isn't the enemy, pornography use can have negative psychological effects that indirectly impact your fitness journey. Scientific findings. Recent studies have linked frequent porn consumption to reduced motivation and attention span, lowered mood and increased anxiety, altered dopamine pathways affecting reward and pleasure. These changes can lead to decreased training consistency, poor nutrition choices, and overall diminished fitness progress. Real-life examples. Many men report feeling brain fog, lack of motivation, or social withdrawal due to excessive porn use. Some have successfully improved focus and confidence by cutting back or quitting porn entirely. Personal experience. I tried using porn blockers and limiting screen time. The clarity, energy, and motivation I gained were immediately noticeable, boosting my training quality and social confidence. Advice: use porn blockers if you struggle with compulsive use. Consider replacing porn with healthier outlets: reading, hobbies, social activities. If you're a regular porn user and notice negative effects, experiment with quitting and track changes. If this resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe, and comment your experience with porn and fitness motivation. Your story might help others. Conclusion: so does masturbation kill your gains? Summary of key points. Masturbation causes only minor, temporary testosterone fluctuations. No evidence shows masturbation impairs muscle growth or strength gains. Timing masturbation away from workouts can help avoid temporary dips in energy or motivation. Excessive porn use can harm mental health, indirectly hurting fitness progress. Balance and self-awareness are key. Don't demonize masturbation, but control frequency and porn consumption. Final thoughts. If you're abstaining solely because you think masturbation will kill your gains, you can relax. Focus on consistent training, nutrition, and recovery instead. If you find your motivation slipping, energy low, or your mind foggy, take a hard look at your habits around masturbation and porn use. Fitness is holistic. Physical and mental health go hand in hand. Quick timeline summary for you. Day 1 to 3. Testosterone might go up or down a bit, like 10 to 40%, but it won't really affect anything major. Day 4 to 7. Some studies say testosterone can get a temporary spike, but it's just short-term and won't last. Week 2 to 3. Hormone levels settle back to normal, so no real difference in muscle gains. If you masturbate a lot, especially with porn, it can cause mental fatigue and lower motivation, which might indirectly hurt your progress. If you keep it controlled and avoid porn, hormones stay stable, your mind stays clearer, and that's the best setup for making gains.